Thank you all for being here today. Do any of you recognize this tune? In case you didn't know, that was the theme song from the movie Jaws. A fear of sharks seems to be ingrained into our human nature in many of our lives. For decades, America has been obsessed with making movies and writing news stories about shark attacks. Being from Florida, we get a lot of this. Research by Ozakara Nihal has shown that about 90% of Americans live with some unconscious or conscious fear of sharks. But is this fear of sharks justified? The purpose of my speech today is to show you some statistics about shark attacks, talk about some myths that are about sharks, and also to show you some preventative measures not to become involved in a shark attack. So shark attacks in Florida. This picture illustrates what a typical Florida beach might look like. Very nice and beautiful. Many of us, though, are scared to go under the water. Why is that? A fear of sharks. The bad news is, Florida is the most popular state for unprovoked attacks. In the last 50 years, there's been almost 700 unprovoked shark attacks. Last year, there was 24 shark attacks, according to George Burgess of the ISAF Shark Attack Summary. If we look a little closer on this map, we can see Volusia County and Brevard County are some of the most popular beaches for shark attacks in Florida. And this is bad news because many Orlando residents travel to Volusia and Brevard County to go to the beach. Experts account for these shark attack numbers due to the high tourist population that goes through these counties, and also because of the recreational activities that people do in these counties, such as surfing and fishing. The good news, the fatal attacks by sharks are rare and far few between. As you can see by this graph, in the last 110 shark attacks, only one has been fatal. That's a little less than 1% of shark attacks turn out to be deadly. In the last 10 years, Florida has only had 5 deadly attacks. And if you compare that to some countries such as Australia, which has had 15, and South Africa, which have had 13 deadly attacks, it doesn't seem as bad. Now I want to move on to some myths about shark attacks. The first myth is that sharks eat humans and hunt them. This is false. Humans are not on the food chain of sharks. Most unprovoked attacks seem to be accidents, in which the shark misidentifies humans as food or prey. This picture illustrates how a shark could easily mistake a human for a tasty sea turtle or sea lion. The second myth I want to talk about is that shark attacks are often fatal. This is also false. As I mentioned earlier in my statistics, almost 99% of shark attacks that happen are not fatal. And out of the last 178 attacks in Florida, only one has proved to be fatal. In other states, it's even smaller ratio than this. And here's a graph showing that dogs do in fact kill more people than sharks. The last myth I want to talk about is that most shark attacks are unprovoked. Most people like to blame the shark as the perpetrator and the human as the victim. While this is the case about half the time, the other half is the result of human error or provoking of the shark. This occurs when people are fishing, you get them caught in their fishing nets, when they try to bait them, and going into the water with cuts and stuff that goes against common sense. Now that you know some myths about human shark attacks, I want to show you some ways to prevent becoming a statistic. You want to pay attention to the time of day. Sharks are more active at night and at dusk, so it's important to pay attention to the time of day you're swimming. Also pay attention to the weather. Don't swim in water that is muddy, cloudy, or foamy. You can't see what's swimming around you, and the sharks like this weather best for feeding. Some more advice is don't swim out too far. Sharks like the deeper drop-offs in water, and they swim around the sand reefs and close to the ocean. Lastly, avoid looking like shark food. Simply don't wear bright colors, as this is what attracts sharks, especially yellow. And it is sometimes referred to as young yellow because sharks go crazy over it. Also, jewelry and bright clothing can attract sharks, so just remember to keep it simple and ocean. Hopefully Maybe you learned a shark statistic, learned about a myth about a shark, or you learned something to keep you safe the next time you go in the ocean. Either way, just remember that your chances of getting eaten by a dog are twice as likely as that of a shark. Thank you.